Right now, it's an alert day tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is standing by with when to expect storms. Also, today was the Memorial Day Parade in Madison. Our reporter Will Keneally is standing by to tell us how the city remembered our local veterans. And we go around the nation to see how the rest of the country honored those who served and those who still serve. You're watching News 3 now at 5. Thank you for joining us. The state capitol may look nice and dry right now, but it could get damp tomorrow after a dry Memorial Day. An alert day is in the forecast for Tuesday. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Charlotte. It's windy out here, but it's also warm. Temperatures are right around 90 degrees, but we do have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening for the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms that could produce hail and high winds, perhaps even an isolated tornado. But there's still some question as to where the storms will develop, if they'll develop over southern Wisconsin at all. So something we have to watch pretty carefully. Visible cloud track right now shows powerful thunderstorms developing over parts of Iowa and Minnesota, sweeping northeastward. Tornado watches are in effect for parts of Minnesota and Iowa, but southern Wisconsin right now free of precipitation. Severe weather threat stays out to the west of us tonight. Moderate risk over much of Minnesota, but you can see a slight risk over southeastern Wisconsin, a level 1 or marginal risk across the rest of southern Wisconsin tomorrow afternoon. Low temperatures this morning, upper 60s. Temperatures right now right around 90. In fact, Janesville is at 91 degrees. Dew point temperatures are in the upper 50s to around 60, so the heat index makes it feel like it's in the upper 80s to the lower 90s. By tomorrow morning, look for a low of 71. Could see a couple of thunderstorms overnight west of Madison. Then tomorrow, the best chances for storms mid to late afternoon into the early evening, high at 83. I'll talk more about the severe weather threat in just a few minutes.
In Madison this morning, Memorial Day took people at a ceremony way back in time. The crowd honored soldiers from the Civil War who are buried at Forest Hill Cemetery. Will Keneally was there and shares how the city honored fallen soldiers.
So the concept of Memorial Day itself dates back to the Civil War and started as a call to decorate soldiers' graves. It's said to be set for the last Monday in May because that's the peak time for flowers blooming. And since 1906, the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War in Madison have been meeting to honor those fallen soldiers.
Memorial Day was set up because of the Civil War. So this all goes back to the remaking of America. Like, you know, Lincoln said, a rebirth of freedom. And so at this point, these are the men who saved the Union and freed the slaves so that we have the America we have today.
The celebration included honoring Wisconsin's legacy in the Civil War, from the Confederate troops housed at Camp Randall to Old Abe, the bald eagle that went into battle with Wisconsin soldiers. And we'll have more on Wisconsin's legacy this Memorial Day coming up next at 6.
The Monona Memorial Day Parade returned to Monona Drive today to honor the nation's veterans. The parade went from the Monona Grove High School to Senate Middle School. The city claims the parade is the largest and longest running Memorial Day parade in the state. There were more ceremonies at Madison Veterans Park and VFW Post 7591. Our nation paused today to remember the more than 1.3 million Americans who made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our freedom and democracy. Skylar Henry takes a look at Memorial Day observances in Washington and around the nation.
Present! Present! Oh!
President Biden presided over a solemn ceremony at the tomb of the unknown soldier as America honored the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military.
Today, as a nation, we undertake a sacred ritual to reflect and remember.
At the World War II Memorial in Washington, veterans and family members gathered to remember more than 400,000 Americans who died in Europe and the Pacific.
It is vital that we remember the sacrifices made by the World War II generation, the opportunities they created for us to live in freedom.
Former service members also gathered here at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial to remember friends who didn't make it home. Tony Mustafa served as a sergeant in Vietnam.
I got people that's on the Vietnam Wall that was personal to me. We were 17, 18 years old there and everything, and I still remember the conversations that we had.
In Minnesota, where 200,000 flags pay tribute to fallen veterans at Fort Snelling National Cemetery, The governor reflected on the sacrifices they made for freedom.
The people who lie here literally stood in the face of tyranny, sometimes against odds that could not have been calculated. And they did it for people who they'll never know, never see.
Americans who gave their lives defending freedom. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Memorial Day was first known as Decoration Day. It originated in the years following the Civil War and became an official federal holiday in 1971. A Kansas Vietnam veteran is walking dozens of miles in honor of the soldiers who died in the war. William Elston is walking more than 58,000 steps a day from the city of Lawrence to Ottawa, Kansas. He believes the walk will take him about 10 hours to complete. Elston says each step will represent a U.S. service member who died in Vietnam. 58,220 soldiers died in that conflict. By the war's end, more than 2,600 service members were listed as missing in action. The U.S. government reports as of April, more than 1,500 Americans are still unaccounted for. People across the United States are celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. 50,000 people were on hand when the memorial honoring the 16th U.S. president opened on the National Mall May 30th, 1922. The memorial features a 19-foot-high seated statue of Abraham Lincoln. It also includes engravings of the Gettysburg Address and his second inaugural address, considered to be two of his greatest speeches. The Lincoln Memorial has been the backdrop of national celebrations and pivotal moments in U.S. history, notably the Civil Rights Movement. Today is not only Memorial Day, but also World Multiple Sclerosis Day, and a local business is holding a fundraiser at an arcade bar. Folks stopped by Aftershock Arcade Bar today on East Washington Avenue to raise money for the Wisconsin chapter of National MS Society. All the token sales from today will benefit the society in supporting the MS community.
Instead of taking that money and, like I said, giving it to advertising to drive awareness, to drive sales, we're spreading it in a way that I think is just, it makes more sense to give back to the community.
The fundraiser is happening until 10 o'clock tonight, so if you're in the area, stop by for a quick game and a drink. Crews are investigating what caused a fire at the Deer Track Park landfill near Johnson Creek on Monday afternoon. The fire broke out around 1 o'clock and covered an area roughly 2 acres in size. Firefighters were able to extinguish the flames in roughly an hour. No injuries were reported. A $2 million tabernacle has been stolen from a Catholic church in Brooklyn. The New York Police Department says the historic item took place sometime between Thursday evening and Saturday afternoon from St. Augustine Roman Catholic Church. The thieves used power tools to get inside and took the 18-karat pure gold tabernacle. The Diocese of Brooklyn says it dates back to the 1890s and it's irreplaceable. The suspects also took off the heads of angel statues inside the church. So far, the incident is not being treated as a hate crime. An arrest has been made in a deadly riverboat crash in coastal Georgia. 5 people were killed after 2 boats traveling in opposite directions collided. 2 U.S. Coast Guard helicopters and sonar were used to help find the bodies. 2 were recovered on Saturday, the remaining 3 yesterday. State officials say 45-year-old from Savannah has been arrested for boating under the influence. A total of 9 people were on the boats. Those who died range in age from 17 to 51. The remaining 4 people were taken to a hospital with minor injuries. Queen Elizabeth's love for dogs is taking center stage as Britain prepares to celebrate her 70 years on the throne. At a London cafe, corgis are getting pampered ahead of Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee, so it may not come as a surprise that the breed loved from queen to commoner will be showcased in this week's festivities. A 4-day national holiday to honor the Queen kicks off on Thursday with parades, pageants, and street parties.
One of the things we're going to see in the pageant on Sunday is a reflection of her love for animals, for horses, for her corgis.
All of this pump and puppy love can get a bit overwhelming as the UK celebrates its very own leader of the pack. Most of the Queen's royal line of corgis are all direct descendants from her first corgi, who was named Susan. Coming up next at 5, we'll tell you about why holiday travel may get a little more difficult this summer with the pilot shortage. And people across North America could see a dazzling display in the heavens tonight. And coming up at 6, taps across America came to the DeForest Fleet Farm. We'll share that story on News 3 now at 6.
In life are free.
Just wait until he hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation? Are you kidding me? Yeah!
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus no interest for 1 year. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends Memorial Day. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Violent and destructive riots in Kenosha, the Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy, record-high homicides in Milwaukee, from defunding our police to releasing violent felons with low or no bail. Liberal Democrats have created the worst crime wave in decades. Senator Ron Johnson is standing with our brave law enforcement officers to keep Wisconsin families safe, and he wants to keep violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
It's Chevy Sport Utility Spring. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing or get a $1,000 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, get Hy-Vee Midwest Pork 8-ounce chops, only 99 cents each. Dole celery, only 77 cents. Hy-Vee peanut butter, only 89 cents. And Gatorade, 4 for only $5. Tuesday only. For more ways to save on hundreds of items every day at Hy-Vee, check out our monthly catalog, our weekly ad, and scan the QR code to visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Well, they're iced up in the winter, they're foggy in the summer. Chips, cracks, and sags can be quite a bummer. If you're not sure, then look for these clues, 'cause you may suffer from the vinyl window blues.
I'm Scott, the window guy from AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our windows don't ice up, fog, chip, crack, or sag because we use a solid core composite frame that's 400% stronger than vinyl. Respond now and save up to 20% at scottthewindowguy.com.
A national movement across America sounds off here in Madison. Tonight at 6, how some Madisonians honored fallen military members on this memorial.
An alert day is in the forecast for Tuesday for a chance of severe thunderstorms. I'll tell you when to expect them. That's coming up at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team is here for you, exposing scams, mediating consumer disputes, and getting results. Contact us by phone or on channel3000.com.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
We're taking action for you.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Airports expect to be busier this summer than they have been in years, and airlines will have to handle the load with a shortage of pilots. Errol Barnett explains.
Jenna Williams is moving toward his goal of logging 1,500 hours to become a commercial airline pilot.
Right now, I'm embarking on the 400-hour mark. And I spent about $60,000 to $80,000 to get an actual commercial license and to get to where you need to get to. It's going to cost over maybe $100,000.
The immense time and expense of certification will eventually place him in high demand. Over the next decade, more than 14,000 pilot openings are projected each year. But the pandemic slowed the rate of newly minted pilots, with only 4,300 graduating in 2021. At the same time, older pilots accepted COVID-era buyouts, further thinning the ranks.
We're not quite back up to the number of pilots that we had pre-pandemic, but we're close.
Southwest CEO Bob Jordan is ramping up hiring in search of 2,000 new pilots.
We have about 5-6% of our aircraft right now that we can't fly because we don't have enough staffing.
In Atlanta, Delta's chief training captain said his airline is confident it will meet demand.
We're hiring 200 plus a month,
and we're training 400 to 500 pilots every month in qualification training. So we feel good right now.
Some carriers have long-term solutions for the pilot pipeline. United and Alaska Airlines created in-house flight schools, while Delta started the Propel program, helping staffers pivot to pilot life. The industry says there is no quick fix. Some of the ideas being thrown around include raising the pilot retirement age from 65 to 67 or lowering that 1,500 flight hour requirement, but pilots' unions are staunchly against those changes. And so this pilot shortage is likely to last for years to come. Errol Barnett, CBS News at LaGuardia Airport.
People across North America could see a dazzling display in the heavens tonight. Earth is expected to pass through the debris trail of a broken comet tonight into Tuesday. NASA says the best time to check it out is around midnight. The space agency says the meteor shower was first discovered in 1930, but scientists say it has been breaking apart for decades. So there's an outside chance you really won't see much. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi is standing by with our forecast for tonight and the rest of the week. So, Gary, what's the night sky going to be tonight for us?
Well, we might be able to see it. There'll be some clouds. It just depends on where they are. But I think the better chances for clouds will be later on through the overnight hours. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for windy, warm, and humid weather for tomorrow, actually, for Tuesday with thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. Some of those could become severe. And then as we head into the latter part of the week, look for high temperatures to drop into the lower to middle 70s from Wednesday through Friday. Pretty nice spell of weather before rain chances return by the end of next week. As we look at Doppler track, you can see tornado watches out to the west, squall lines of severe thunderstorms with tornadoes and straight line winds moving through parts of Minnesota and Iowa. Storm Prediction Center has a level 4 moderate risk of severe thunderstorms west of the Twin Cities, but even an outside chance for an isolated severe thunderstorm about as far east as La Crosse overnight. Tornado probability highest out across Minnesota. This hatched area indicates the potential for EF2 or stronger tornadoes and a 15% probability of a tornado within 25 miles of a point or about the size of a county. That's pretty high. The wind potential even higher. That's a 45% chance of winds of 60 miles per hour or greater within 25 miles of a point, and the hatched area indicates the potential for winds in excess of hurricane force or 75 miles an hour. Hail threat also very high. The hatched area indicates the potential for hail of 2 inches or larger in diameter. Now tomorrow the severe weather threat shifts to the east, but the storm system itself is weakening, so the severe weather threat not as high. A level 2 or slight risk of severe thunderstorms now over southeastern Wisconsin, a level 1 risk or for isolated severe thunderstorms over the rest of southern Wisconsin. Tornado threat highest to the south across northern Illinois. Can't rule out an isolated tornado in Wisconsin. It's mainly the wind and hail threat that we'll be looking at here. A lot of that just depends on the timing of when those storms fire up, so we do have that alert day in the forecast again for tomorrow afternoon into early tomorrow evening. Temperatures right now approaching 90 through much of southern Wisconsin with dew point temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s. The air is a little bit more humid out to the west where the severe thunderstorms are occurring. Tomorrow our humidity levels increase a little bit, and that's when our chances for severe weather will increase as well. Tomorrow variable cloudiness, windy, warm, and humid. High of 83. Thunderstorms probably developing mid to late afternoon, and you can see just how tenuous this severe thunderstorm threat is. For the overnight hours, look for a chance for a shower or thunderstorm west of Madison overnight. Low temperatures in the lower 70s. You can see those clouds coming in, so again the meteor shower thing might have to wait, but you can see how quickly those storms develop and then move off to the south and east by tomorrow afternoon. So depending on where those storms fire up, the later they develop, the more likely they are to be severe. But by later tomorrow night, temperatures drop into the mid-50s, and look for high temperatures around 70 degrees on Wednesday. As we look at the rainfall amounts, again, spotty. Some areas could pick up a quarter to a half inch of rain. Some areas that see heavier thunderstorms could see an inch or so of rain, and then other areas, especially north and west of Madison, may miss out on the rain altogether. But some of the other future track computer models show much heavier amounts of rain. Again, it depends on where those storms develop and how strong they become before they move on out of the area. 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures lower 70s Wednesday and Thursday, mid 70s on Friday. Then as we head from the weekend into next week, notice a rain chance just about every day. Temperatures low to mid 70s, lots of clouds. Not raining all the time, but again, can't rule out a chance for a shower or thunderstorm just about any day. As we check out first warn traffic, right now, this is the view of, let's see, I-94 at Wisconsin 26. Traffic moving pretty steadily toward the Milwaukee area. Right now, no problems really on the Beltline. Heading south of Madison, traffic starting to pick up a little bit on I-39-90 southward, but still pretty good. There's a stalled vehicle near Racine Street on 39-90 3990. North and west of Madison, right now, traffic moving pretty steadily. Traffic will start to increase on 3990 heading into Madison over the next few hours. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Coming up next here on News 3 Now at 5, record high gas prices have people running from the pump. We'll tell you just how high the state average is for a gallon of gas when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What's at the top of your home improvement list? Did you say better insulation? Because better insulation makes everything you do in your home better. Even just walking in the front door on a hot day. So get ready for summer now with USA Premium Foam. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. Call now before our busy summer season and get $500 off whole home installation. But that ends May 31st.
USA Insulation.
Since I left for college, my dad has gotten back into some of his old hobbies. And now he's taking Trulicity. And it looks like he's gotten into some new, healthier habits, too.
What changes are you making for your type 2 diabetes? Maybe it's time to try Trulicity. It's proven to help lower A1C. It could help you lose up to 10 pounds. And it's only taken once a week, so it can fit into your busy life. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. The choices you make can help control your A1C. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
It's always time for Papa Murphy's. And now you can get any medium 2-topping pizza for just $6.99. Now that's meaty-yum. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Order online today at papamurphys.com.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different.
We really loved their educational approach.
Call 844-600-NEXT. 50% off your installation.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
It is the unofficial start of summer, and many of us are looking forward to enjoying family, friends, fun, and food outdoors. But federal health officials are reminding everyone that to keep food safety in mind during summer festivities. Michael George has more.
It's picnic and cookout season, but health experts remind us that hot and humid weather creates the right environment for foodborne illness. Keep cold foods cold and hot foods hot.
We want to avoid what we refer to as the danger zone. So that temperature range between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, because that's the range at which potentially harmful bacteria can rapidly multiply.
Karen Hunter is with the USDA. She says it's easy to forget food safety in the summer because we often prepare and eat food away from the house, from the beach to camping.
Pack your food in a cooler with multiple cold sources. Pack your raw food, such as your meat and poultry products, separately from your ready-to-eat food. Bring that food thermometer with you so that you can check to be sure that you're cooking those foods to a safe end temperature.
Hunter says make sure hands and surfaces are clean before and after preparing food. Once the meal is done, get everything back in the fridge. Don't leave foods out for longer than 2 hours. 1 hour if it's over 90 degrees outside. The CDC estimates 48 million Americans get sick, 128,000 are hospitalized, and 3,000 die from foodborne illnesses every year.
Those people who are immunocompromised, people who are elderly, and children. Foodborne illness affects them significantly more so and can lead to some long-term complications.
So have fun, but take precautions to keep everyone safe this summer. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
A USDA survey shows more than half of participants did not attempt to wash their hands while preparing meals. Millions of Americans traveling this holiday weekend are being greeted by unprecedented prices at the pump. AAA says the national average price for regular gas rose to $4.62 a gallon today. That is a new record high without adjusting for inflation. It is 44 cents higher, more expensive than a month ago, and it's up sharply from last Memorial Day when it was $3.05. Here in Wisconsin, the average is $4.42 a gallon. 7 states are now averaging $5 a gallon gas, and 2 more states are just pennies away from the milestone. Soaring gas prices reflect strong demand as people ramp up their travel plans amid sluggish supplies. Another nationwide shortage is making waves, and experts warn this one could prove deadly. The American Lifeguard Association reports a national lifeguard shortage could impact many of the nation's over 300,000 pools. In fact, the organization says around a third to nearly a half of the pools will likely be affected. Cities across the country are combating the problem by keeping pools and beaches closed. Experts blame a number of issues for the shortage, including low pay, training costs, a limited working season, and lack of interest from teens that's being compounded by the pandemic. A final check of your First Warn forecast when we come back.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast, News 3 Now at 5.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Update your home's exterior and save 11% off everything at Menards. Heavy-duty Timbercrest Plus vinyl siding comes with a 50-year fade warranty, and it's available in 8 deep, dark color options. All Timbercrest vinyl siding is 11% off. Add stunning accents to your siding with Novik Stack Stone panels. They replicate the hand-laid look of Stack Stone masonry at a fraction of the cost. Get 11% off all Novik Stack Stone siding panels.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Vet Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho-Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway Jew, the Mascot Theory, and Beth Killian. All benefiting heat and housing for heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
If you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you're a target for chronic kidney disease. You can already have it and not know it. If you have chronic kidney disease, your kidney health could depend on what you do today. Farxiga is a pill that works in the kidneys to help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis. And don't take it if you are on dialysis. Take aim at chronic kidney disease by talking to your doctor and asking about Farxiga. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures.
We've got a lot of news to cover this Memorial Day. President Biden vows to take action after meeting with families in Uvalde, Texas. Why the Justice Department is now reviewing the police response to that school shooting. The summer travel season got off to a rough start. The culprits, bad weather and high gas prices. Plus, Americans from coast to coast pause to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice for freedom. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Tens of thousands of people flocked to the Belgian town of Dendermonde yesterday to witness a historic parade that featured 4 children riding a giant horse. Known as the Bayard Steed, the 16-foot wooden figure carried by 12 men had not been shown in public for 12 years. Some 86,000 onlookers witnessed the 1-ton statue crossing the Flemish city, dancing to the rhythm of a marching band, accompanied by giant figures, acrobats, and some 2,000 actors in historical costumes. And here's Gary with a final check of our forecast.
Well, right now, things just warm out there. There's a live view from the Edgewater Skycam. Lots of sunshine here, but severe thunderstorms are ripping through parts of Minnesota and northern Iowa right now. Temperatures are near 90 here in Madison. In fact, it is 91 in Janesville, 90 in Boscobel. Dew point temperatures, upper 50s to the lower 60s. A little more humid out to the west of us. The heat index right now makes it feel like it's in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. Look for a low tonight of 71, high tomorrow 83. You could see the potential for some severe weather tomorrow afternoon.
All right, thank you, Gary, and thank you for joining us. We'll be back in 30 minutes. In the meantime, CBS Evening News starts right now.